Hello, we're back in the room after the Charleston. After stopping at Mount Charleston, we went to the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum. We got there exactly at when they opened at 1, and there was already a long line, and you have to wait outside in the heat. And they do 2 groups of 10, and then each tour lasts an hour. So we waited outside for a half hour in the heat. That was not fun at all. They do have misters. That's where my hair looks like a frizzy mess, because they had misters getting everyone's hair lightly wet. That helped a little, but I think they need to think of a different way to keep people cool. And then our line was long, and the line just kept getting longer and longer and longer, and they were selling bottles of water for $2, but it just was hot. It was hot. And so these are our tickets. It was $44 a person. I don't think I realized it was that expensive, but we waited that long. We paid $88 for both of us. And then we had a tour guide. Like I said, we were in groups of 10. It was an hour and 15 minutes. So basically, it is just a collection of Zak's stuff that he's collected over the years, of haunted stuff, of memorabilia from murderers, from serial killers, from dead celebrities, just a collection of all kinds of weird and oddities and what? Haunted dolls. So I'm a skeptic. I don't really get feelings, but my husband definitely is more susceptible than I do, and so he's laying down. He actually feels really sick, and he has 2 bite marks on his back. If you believe in that stuff, demons will leave red marks on you. And the tour guide, we didn't point that out to her because we didn't really want to be the center of attention. But she talked about how other people would get scratches and red marks, and they keep a book of all that. But like I said, we didn't point that out because we don't. I'm on YouTube, but yeah, I act like I don't want to be the center of attention. But my husband don't want to be the center of attention. But I took pictures, and I'll probably add it to this video. So he definitely had some red marks, and this one room is just dedicated to this haunted doll, Peggy, and it was spooky, even for me, and like I said, I'm a skeptic. So she talks into this, what do they call it, honey?
I don't know what it's called.
The box, like the static electricity boxes that every once in a while when a ghost talks, you can hear a clear word. And then so the lady is asking, say someone's name who is in this room. And I swear to God it said Bob. I swear to God it said Bob. And if you don't know, my husband's name is Robert, but everyone calls him Bob. I am the only one who calls him Robert. Everyone in the entire world calls him Bob. So that was kind of freaky. And then there was another room that there is called the Demon Room. There's some haunted house. Was it New York? Gary, Indiana. That Zak bought and tore down, and he brought the staircase and stuff from, I don't know. I don't want to give, honestly, I'm not going to talk anymore about that. You need to see the tour. The stuff that he has there is fascinating. I mean, Zak has traveled. He tells where he's, he talks about what they talk about. Zak's not there. Maybe he is some other day, but he wasn't there today. Our tour guide, Victoria, was awesome. I'm just giving a review. I don't want to give too much away because, yes, $44 is kind of expensive, but I feel like I got my money's worth. Do you feel like it was worth your money?
Yeah,
I do.
Because I've never had that kind of experience.
Yeah, so my husband is very sensitive. That's a very good word. So he picks up stuff that I don't, because I got a heart of ice. I just don't feel stuff. Robert feels stuff. He has experienced ghost experiences before. We've done tours where he has had experiences. I believe him. He's not a liar. I don't get those same experiences. But I will even say today, I felt sick. I definitely felt sick. There's just a lot of creepy stuff in there, and the tour guide tells you all kinds of stories. And one girl in our group also had a red mark on her back, so I just wasn't Robert. And then, I don't know, if you're in the area and you're into creepy stuff, I would do it. It was fun. It wasn't fun. That's not a right word. It was interesting, and it was entertaining. There's a couple parts that were a bit hokey, but this is Las Vegas. There's a couple, like, they got a couple performers intermingled that I didn't necessarily like. I didn't think it was necessary. I think it took away from the seriousness of it, but I realized this is Las Vegas and everyone puts on a show. So if you can get past the two, and I'm not going to say what it was, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if the tour is the same every time, because our tour guide, like, they're constantly adding stuff. She even pointed out, like, they had this new picture that she had never saw before, and they had ashes from someone that she had never saw before. Like, Zach is just constantly acquiring spooky stuff and adding it. This house is just full of stuff, and you're not allowed to take pictures inside. You're not allowed to camcord inside. I don't blame them. I mean, it would, if you let everyone take pictures, the tour would turn into like a 3-hour tour. But and it's dark. All the rooms are painted dark. Everything is dark. You couldn't take pictures even if you wanted to, because it's way too dark. You know me, I love my souvenirs. So I did buy a t-shirt. This nice t-shirt. It says Zak Bagans Haunted Museum, and it's got like a creepy monkey, and you can't see it, I'm sorry. I don't have the best lighting right now. Can you see it? A creepy monkey, just creepy stuff. I really liked the t-shirt. It was pretty cool. And then that was $29.99. I know, a t-shirt, $29.99. And then I got this bag. So the bag was $29.99. I'm like, what? You know what? It's Vegas. Everything's expensive. And then this bottle of water, $2. I know, I had to have my Zak water. And then he had a couple books in there. I didn't buy them. They weren't autographed. I mean, come on. You should autograph. Zak Bagans, if you're watching, autograph your books that you sell in your gift shop. Someone went all the way to Vegas to see your haunted mansion. You should autograph those books in your gift shop. That's all I'm saying. I only talk about that because I used to review books for authors, and so authors would autograph books all the time for me. I have tons of author autograph books, so I like autographs. It's not that hard for a famous person to autograph a book. If you're going to write a book, autograph it. It's not that hard. So, oh, and the best part, okay, so you're in groups of 10, and I think we were groups of 11 because it was one party of 3. And so the first room of his oddities, so you know the, Robert, what's it called again? Zoltar. You know the Zoltar machine? They made a Zak Bagans machine. Like, it's him in wax, whatever, and he's got like his top hat on. And then the lady's like, anyone got $1? I ran up there with my $1 because she was only gonna do it once. And so he talks, he speaks, and then it prints out this little card, and I guess each card is different, and it said, I hope you're not scared of these. If so, the paintings will make it worse, and so will the live one. And what it is it's a picture of a clown, and I just now got that. There was a whole room of scary clowns, but there was no live clown today. Maybe they couldn't get a guy to dress up like a clown today. Was there a live clown? Robert says there was a live clown.
He looked like a statue.
Oh, you're right. There was a live clown, but it wasn't that spooky. I'm not going to give it away. You're right. I'm sorry. There's a lot to take in. There was a live clown. But I think these are all different. So only one person gets to give $1. So if you do the Haunted Museum, you want a cute little souvenir, have your $1 ready and run up to the tour guide when she says anybody got $1. You be that person, because then you get to keep this cute little ticket. And I don't want a Zoltar machine anymore. I want a Zak Bagans psychic machine. It was pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to post the video just talking about this video right here. And I took a couple pictures, but like I said, you cannot take pictures on the inside, and I did not get any pictures on the outside. His museum is at the very end of the strip. You can't walk to it. You have to drive. And it's past the Stratosphere. They have parking in the front, they have parking in the back, but it is like on the corner of a busy intersection. And I was gonna take pictures afterwards, but we were just in such a funk afterwards that I didn't think about it until we had already left, and it was too late to turn around because There's parking, free parking, plenty of parking. Well, we got there at 1. There's plenty of parking for us, but if you wait later in the day, like I said, there was a long line. It like snuck around the entire building. Crazy. So I enjoyed it, and you know, if you're susceptible to spooky stuff, I think you will have some spooky experiences. I have read a couple reviews where people are like, oh, I didn't feel anything. It's just educational. Well, of course not everyone's going to feel everything. You know, it just depends what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Our tour guide she had a lot of spooky, I'm not going to reveal what happened to her. She's had a lot of spooky stuff happen to her. I don't even know why she still works there. That happened to me once. I'd be like, I'm getting a different job. I don't need to work here. But she stuck it out, and she's still working. And so anyway, Victoria was her name. She was a great tour guide. I highly recommend. And yeah, if you go in the middle of the afternoon, bring plenty of water in case you have to wait. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you later. Robert, do you have anything to add? Because he's the one who actually felt.
I think you go through a range of feelings. I went through a range of different feelings because you learn about these serial killers.
That was creepy, the whole serial killer
part.
part.
People, and your heart just gets ripped apart as you go.
There are some
And
depressing moments.
The Jack Kevorkian thing really bothered me. That bothered me
Yeah,
badly.
he has a whole room that talks about Jack Kevorkian, and he has a whole room about the serial
He's got
killers.
the vehicle
And
where he performed the assisted suicides, if that's what you want to call them. I find it really strange because he also did artwork, and his artwork is very weird. It's very occultish. It's very there's demons in some of the things that he did in some of his artwork. It was troubling to me because I'm not so sure he was doing it to help people.
You know what? I agree. If you don't know much about Zak Bagans, you think maybe he does help people, but once you realize he was also an artist and he drew all these pictures that are like death and destruction, when you're adding to this death and destruction, that kind of makes you look at him differently. If you believe in assisted suicide, I'm not even going to get into that because that's a hot button topic. But that was, I learned something different today. I learned a lot of stuff about creepiness. So I don't recommend taking kids. I do not recommend this tour for anyone less than 16. There was no kids. Maybe they don't let kids in. Hopefully they don't. I don't recommend it. It is creepy, and they have some very graphic stuff. You had to sign, you had to sign a waiver that if something happens, you're not holding them responsible, which, trust me, if you have a lawyer, everyone's responsible. But, sign the form and whatever. So hopefully they don't let kids. It was all adults in our group, thank goodness. But if you have kids, I wouldn't let anyone under. They probably do 18. I think a 16-year-old could handle it, but I wouldn't let anyone under.
I think it's just a mix of emotions. It's sad, it's scary, it's terrifying in some spots. Other spots you're like, I can't believe this person would do all these things.
And I cannot believe
you go through a range of emotions, and I think that takes it out of you as well.
I can't believe there's all this creepy stuff to be had.
Yeah.
He has quite the collection, and some of this stuff. He's got the box from The Possession. I'm going to go watch that movie. We have not watched that movie. It makes me want. He's got the box. How did he get a hold of that? The only thing that would make it more exciting is if he had Annabelle, but that's actually in a different museum, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's in a different museum. But anyway, I'm rambling again. So yeah, Robert definitely felt more than I did. But that's why I take him along on ghost tours, because he's more susceptible than I am. And yeah, it may be expensive at $44, but I think it was worth it. So anyway, second time, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you later.